WCarrick here, and welcome to the 258 Guide. This is the first episode in a series dedicated to teaching you how to do 11 exit no major glitches in under 11 minutes. Star World 1 is a very quick level, and this is a very quick tutorial, so let's just get into it. For those who don't know quite how to do zips, there's two strats I commonly see. The first is this: if you have a general grasp on it, it's like late left-hand zips. They don't really have a regard for anything except getting the zips themselves, and let's be honest, if you do that, your attempts probably don't come out even that good. The second strat that I see is this. This is bad. Like, really bad. If you do this, let's change it today and never go back. Because we can do better. So today we're talking about zips. And why they suck. This is the 258 Guide. I'm gonna run through the strat for Star World 1 that I personally use in real time for you to see, and then we'll break it down. That might have seemed like a lot to take in such a short amount of time, so let's roll it back and see what's going on here step by step. The very first thing I do when I enter this level is identify what I call the bucket. And that's a spot on the floor between these two large dots that will serve as a visual cue for our first spin jump. You can see it marked on the screen currently, and I'll be marking all visual cues in this level in a similar fashion. The small spin jump from the bucket should put you up against the right side of the hole in the floor leading downward. This is important because it will line you up perfectly with the column of turn blocks that you're going to want to use for the zips. So make sure you're not holding the D-pad or A at this point. I tend to let go of both shortly after the first spin jump. Now once this third turn block breaks, currently marked on screen, I'll hold A and right on the D-pad. You should still be holding X from the steps previously mentioned. And once I'm holding X, A, and right on the D-pad, I don't let go or change anything until I'm out of the zips. And when you go for a zip here can depend a lot on your input lag. I'm using an emulator on my PC for this video, as most new players would be using an emulator anyways. So if the input timings aren't lining up for you exactly, just play around with it for a bit. You should be able to find your sweet spot in no time. Alright, now that we're out of the first zip, make sure you hold out A a little longer than the end of the turn blocks, otherwise you risk picking up P speed in this little hallway, and that will throw off the timing for everything coming up. You don't want P speed here. And now once we're lined up with the Yoshi coin you see above Mario, we're going to do another small spin jump. Make sure to let go of right on the D-pad shortly after jumping. Remember how we used the right side of the wall to line up our first zip? Well, this is kind of the same idea, only to the left. Press left for just a little bit and it should line you up on the left side of the gap. And if you have trouble with this specific part, you can hold A for a brief moment as you fall to slow down, and that should help you line up with the wall while still getting a decent-ish time on the level. At the moment the third block hits, we find ourselves in a very familiar situation here. But instead of working it to the right like we did in the first zip, pull left instead. Don't hold left for too long though, because we still need to go right as soon as possible. See, I told you it was soon. When Mario crosses the line into a new column of turn blocks as marked on the screen, pull right quickly and hold it. At this point you should be holding X, A, and right on the D-pad, just like the last zip. You've got a little bit of wiggle room on this one, but don't push it. You should still aim to get it done quickly. If done right, it should set Mario up just right to grab the key and turn into the keyhole. And once Mario's about to hit the ground, pull left towards the keyhole. You'll still be going right for just enough time to grab the key before turning around, getting the keyhole quickly and securing that 291. Right, so let's see it once more in real time, and then it's up to you to work it out from there using the tips I've laid out here. And don't forget that at the end of the day, zips suck, and they can sometimes give you issues even when you feel that you did everything correctly. So don't get discouraged by zips, just find a good set of strats to tilt the odds in your favor. And that's going to do it for episode 1 of the 258 Guide. Get your practice in and tune in next time for when we talk about the Donut Secret House and how it's not all that spooky. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my Twitch channel linked below. I stream Super Mario World speedruns on most nights. Now, go get a PB.